successful, you have to have knowledge, and not only aviation knowledge, but you have to have business knowledge. And what I've tried to do is to pick several role models or several mentors, if you will, and I've had 4 in my life, and I can tell you that my first partner was a successful business guy that I had a restaurant with, and we did some real estate together and so forth. And basically his comment to me in terms of business was, if you're going to be in a business, figure out how to maximize your business in terms of what you can do. He was actually in the auto body business, and he said, I started in an auto body collision shop, and I found out that every car came in needed a bumper. And so at one point in time, I was the largest bumper distributor east of the Mississippi River. And so I was making my own parts, I was making bumpers, and then I was painting cars, and I was fixing cars. And so my philosophy then out of that came with aviation was, okay, if I'm going to buy and sell them, I might as well manage them. I might as well do insurance on them. I might as well consult on them. I might as well buy and sell. I might as well broker. Whatever there is in aviation, for a customer to come to me, I want to be an all-inclusive company to help him with aviation, not only just the broker side, but if he needs financing help, I want to help him with financing. We have strong relationships with the major organizations in our finance or aviation finance, and we do a lot with General Electric or GE Capital. We do a lot with Bank of America. We do a lot with PNC. We do a lot with FirstSource, and so that's an added benefit. It's not a revenue stream for us, but it's an added benefit for our customer. And so that was one mentor. Another mentor I had was an attorney, and he was a partner with me in one of my businesses. And we did some real estate transactions. We did aircraft transactions. And, he gave me the legal perspective of how to go about negotiations, how to go about contracts, how to go about from a legal perspective. Because everything I did, he was there to help me from a legal perspective. And so the first was all-inclusive business. The second mentor was really about legal and documentation and negotiations. And then my fourth mentor was an aviation guy, and he's actually the guy that really started me in aviation, a guy by the name of Jim Cook. And Jim actually works with us from a technical perspective today and also on a consulting basis. And, we bought a Falcon 50 from a company in Switzerland, and Jim actually went out and did the technical appraisal, and he spent 2.5 weeks in Europe. And so, from a technical perspective, he's still with us. But, Jim taught me aviation, taught me how to run flight departments. Jim taught me, operational issues, how to do it from old school, not new school. And so my aviation knowledge of knowing how to deal with passengers, not only passengers, but safety of flight and maintenance, and that was really Jim and being a mentor to me in aviation. So he's really the aviation mentor. And then my fourth mentor was an insurance guy here in Dallas, which I actually moved to Dallas on his behalf to manage his airplanes and then buy and sell. And he had an insurance company, and so when I started with aviation, he asked me to get into the insurance business with him, and of which I hesitantly did to the start, and basically went through a 3.5-year, 4-year proctorship, if you will, under him, still buying and selling airplanes, still in aviation, still managing his airplanes, but really started learning insurance. I got my insurance property casualty license, my insurance adjuster license, and after that 4 years of going to New York, sitting in board meetings, traveling with him abroad, and being around insurance people, understanding how insurance works, reinsurance and loss ratios and claims and so forth, and he put me in charge, or put me as president of one of his companies, and it was a $280 million a year company with 430 employees and 14 regional offices, and so that took me from a company business standpoint of managing people, managing large groups of people, managing large sums of money, understanding profitability of the company. The company grew 67% the first year, and at the end of the third year, we doubled revenues. And so it helped me from that standpoint. And so he sold the company. I got out of insurance with him. Was still in aviation. Sean was still in aviation with me, and we were working together through that period. But at the end, to answer your question, it comes down to excuse me, an all-inclusive knowledge, not only of aviation business but business in general. And so I've learned from Jack about all facets of aviation. Get in everything you can get in to help your client. Jim, from an aviation perspective of knowing everything about aviation, from dealing with people to maintenance to buying and selling and aviation in general. From Mark, it was all legal and negotiations, and then from David, it was a business, whole big company business understanding and education. So I think by putting all four of those together, Dallas Jet International, under the direction of Brad Harris, has exceeded expectations, continues to grow on a year-to-year basis, and we do that through knowledge, experience, and understanding our customers, but doing the right thing with trust, confidence, integrity, and the end result is looking at your customer, shaking his hand, looking him in the eye, and telling him thank you, and knowing that relationship's going to last for a long time.